Blessed Yule, and welcome to Vlogmas Day 21. Why don't you focus when I'm in the car? Too much crap to look? Oh, am I too far away? Well, up close you can see all my crap! Hi. I'm out helping him again tonight. Yule, the longest night. It'll be dark until probably close to 7:30. Next up, by myself. So, I talked about the longest night, which is right now. It'll be dark until probably 7:30-ish. My poor darling just had to hold the door open while a bunch of people without masks walked out. That doesn't make him happy. Anyway. Yeah, it means that every day after today, the daylight gets a little bit longer. And while this desert kitty doesn't exactly like that, the wheel keeps turning. And that's what I have to remind myself. Ooh, look at that. Nice and red. The wheel does keep turning. No matter what tragedy or whatever's going on in the world, we still have Yule, Monday and Christmas, New Year's. I'm really hoping that things might be under control enough that we can actually have a gathering for Impulk. Least of which spring equinox is ideal. That's when we really want to gather to celebrate Our Lady Casita's life. Well, we'll see what we can get, right? Oh, you thought there'd be cheese? Oh, there will be cheese when I get home. I'm not home yet. I'm still out and about. In fact, maybe there'll be a trailer park with some goodies you'll be able to see. We'll have to see. Why is that so red? My poor widow knows. I know, it gets so dried out wearing this thing all night long, but what can you do? Don't want to die. If I was a good witch, I'd tell you all about the story of the longest night and the battle between the Oak King and the Holly King. The Oak King. But I'm not a good witch and I can't tell it from memory. I really should work on that. And it's been 1 week since my little Gizzy passed. I'm doing better. All the others really do help, as you saw in yesterday's video. Always in my way! And my darling kept me with him tonight, so I didn't have to go home and think about it. So, that was nice. But when we're done this morning, I'll get my cheese. Another 2 weeks of probably having the off meal that's not keto, and then we're back in full force. That's what she said. On the 21st day of Christmas, my cheese calendar gave to me. Oh, lovely. Lovely. Red Leicestershire. Why so blue? Because you're so vain. You probably... yeah, no. So, you've seen a few little snippets that I've done this evening. Now I'm home. And I'm making my cocktail du jour, which I will show you. I need to get more of the vodka part of this, which I completely spaced out doing when I was in Walmart. Because that's the only place I've seen it. But I'm having spicy tamarind vodka and a little Sprite Zero. It is very good. It kicks up the spice right away, too, as you can tell from my coughing. I lived! Anyway, today we felt like burgers. So I got a couple. I know, I got this fancy ninja to do things like that with, and I still haven't been brave enough to do that. We'll get there. Anyway, we're going to do a couple burgers, a couple slices of cheapy American cheese. I'm going to insert a picture here of a display in Walmart that I saw that is like stuck in the middle of the Yuletide season between New Year's is coming and here's some Christmas goodies. But I also bought another shaker bottle. That way when we get ready to do keto chaz, we have 4 shaker bottles we can choose from. And once I find the other 2 little shaker balls that are supposed to go into it, junk tour. Or I might buy another shaker bottle next time I go. I don't know. They weren't expensive, like $3. Yeah. I'll probably I'll probably insert a little thing at the end. Oh, they brought that in from the dining room. It has goodies in it. I wonder if they've ever gotten them out. Yeah, they did. The tale of Yule. But, guys! When you have battle royales when you're not home, you come home to find pets with wings. But, yeah. I think I poured that a little heavy. Yule. We came home about 7:30 in the morning and it was just beginning to get light out. There is only, how many more days on this calendar? 22, 23, 24. About as many days of Vlogmas left, huh? It's been a journey. This is so good. If you have the chance. I'll stick a picture in at the end of my little burger concoction. Yeah, that's been the day, really. Long, but distracting enough not to think about where I was last week at this time. So, there's that. Tomorrow morning, we get to take the little one-eyed critter from the garage in to get looked at to be sure. If her eye is not infected, we can start transitioning her to in the house. We tried putting her in the other day, and that lasted all of 2 cats' noses up her butt, and she was back out the door. So, yeah. But yeah, so I will say, be safe, be healthy, and blessed be for this Yule 2020, which we will never speak of again. 2020 didn't exist. Until tomorrow, everybody. Blessed be. I thought I would talk to my little witch bear while I told the story of Yule for everybody at the end of my Vlogmas video. In the Northern Hemisphere, Yule is celebrating during the winter solstice around December 21st. Yes, I'm reading something that was written a long time ago. In the Southern Hemisphere, Yule is celebrated during winter solstice around June 21st. Isn't that so bizarre? Right now it's Litha for them. The Holly King rules this time of year as the days grow shorter. Yule is the climax of his reign, representing the folk figures such as Santa Claus and Father Time. If you think about the images of Santa Claus and the images of the Green Man and the images of Father Time, they all are very similar with the beards. Next screen. The goddess gives birth to the god on Yule, heralding the return of the sun. You see the parallels between that and, yeah. The Oak King god is reborn when the days begin to grow longer. He is represented in folklore as the birth of hope and peace in even baby New Year. Most Yuletide traditions are handed down from pagan Norse mythology, intended to affirm life and promote hope. In Norse mythology, putting a log, a phallic symbol, into the hearth, a symbol of a womb, is representative of the mating of the goddess Odin and Freya. Today, the Yule log can be wood and decorated with natural, no plastic ornaments, evergreens, or anything like that. Just tie all your decorations into it, along with notes and wishes and prayers with natural ribbon and twine. Think of it like writing a letter to Santa Claus. Yeah, right? Do not use any plastic or synthetic items to decorate your log because you're going to burn it and you don't want to inhale any of that. Always save a bit of the Yule log from this year to start the Yule fire for next year. Never leave the fires unattended. Those who do not have fireplaces can make a full Yule log cake. As with all things magical, it's the intent that counts. Every tree as symbolic of the god and his strength to endure under the most adverse conditions. Is that not 2020 or what? The first recorded use of a Christmas tree, the Brotherhood of Blackheads, a merchant group in Estonia, was in 1414, erected an evergreen outside of their meeting house in Tallinn. They set fire to it and danced around it, because who doesn't love a good fire? Right? After a long history of customs and inventions, today we bring the tree indoors and decorate it with sparkles and lights. Yule gifts should be tokens from the heart given to promote peace and well-being, for Yule is not about getting stuff. So, a little addendum. Kissing under the mistletoe? What is that all about? Oak trees were and still are super sacred to the Druids and a symbol of the god, the Oak King. Next panel. The mistletoe grows in the high branches of the oak mysteriously without having roots and was considered extremely sacred. So sacred they harvest it with golden sickles. That was important because you never used your working knife to harvest herbs. It was considered different meanings. And did not allow the mistletoe to ever touch the ground. Druids used mistletoe as an aphrodisiac and protection from poison, and believed it would bestow life and fertility. Today it is used to fight cancer, of all things. Oh. So maybe they knew what they were doing after all, kissing under the mistletoe. For Yule we gather with friends and family, if we could, to celebrate ritual and feasting. I'm getting a little misty because these are pictures. They're pictures from past rituals, and it's been so long, over a year. I miss my sisters so much. Yule is the time for honoring life and the life and wisdom of the Holly King. And celebrating the return of the Oak King and the hope and promise he brings, along with the new year. Blessed Yule, everybody. That is my little story for the end. As long-winded as it was, because I was reading from an old video that me and Lady Kazita created. It was one of our favorite holidays. So, I have now shared it all with you. Blessed be everybody. Blessed Yule. Blessed Yule from my witch.